She's a performance specialist from Houston, Texas. Jen Godet Trotclair.
All right, Jen, Houston.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Houston, Texas. So, Dr. Phil, I've spent my life studying how to optimize human potential in all areas of life. What I'd like to know from you is what advice you can give people to become the very best version of themselves.
Well, that's like define the universe and give me two working examples. And I'll take that dare. The number one thing that I've seen, I told you I've studied champions and winners. The number one thing that I've seen that sticks out to me about these people is they deal with the truth. They deal with the truth. These are not people that are in denial. They don't kid themselves. They don't blow smoke at themselves. They tell themselves the truth, and therefore they're reacting to reality. If they're in a dead-end relationship, they'll tell themselves they are. If they're throwing good money after bad, they will admit they're throwing good money after bad. If they're being lazy and just kidding themselves about how much they're really working at something, they will tell themselves the truth about that. And I think if you're ever going to truly be successful, you have to be honest with yourself. And now think about what I'm saying. Think about what that means, be honest with yourself. That requires something. That requires insight, which is the number one factor in the success of therapy. Somebody has to eventually get insight and say, oh, I see what I'm doing that's self-destructive. And the same thing is true about being the best self that you can be. You've got to have insight and kind of do an autopsy on your life. It's like you are a life manager and you've got one client and it's you. How are you doing? If you're managing yourself into a lonely, stress-filled, financially strained life, if you had a life manager that was doing that, you would fire them and get someone new. But you can't fire yourself, so at least be honest about it and say, come on, let's do a better job here. And I think it starts with relationships. Get rid of toxic relationships in your life. That's what I said. People who are in dead-end relationships, get rid of the toxic relationships in your life. And I've got a question for you. How many people here believe there's somebody in your life that's toxic? Raise your hand. Okay, looks like the wave at Texas Stadium. Okay, look, I've always said, you can call me a sumbitch, but you're gonna do it long distance. You know, if you don't want me to succeed, that's okay, but you're gonna go over there and do it. You're not gonna sabotage me and eat my groceries in my house. You hit the bricks. So if you've got people in your life that don't want you to succeed, get them out. Get them out. So that's what I mean about being honest. If you've got people that say, oh, I told you that wasn't going to work. Hell, you're not going to. Yeah, you know what? Here's your suitcase. Don't let the door hit you in the ass.
Right?
Get them out. Be honest with yourself. And it really, this is not something that you just say. You've got to sit down and really take your own inventory. Do an autopsy on your life and see what you need to keep and what you need to let go. And boy, oh boy, are you going to feel lighter when you finish.
Absolutely.
Okay, fair enough?
Thank you. Life Autopsy. Right. Thank you so much.
You bet.